Hey guys, hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, subscribe, it's free, and stick around because I got content, okay? I'm bringing it, okay, this year. If you've been with me since like forever, thank you so much, and I really appreciate all the support. So hit those likes and shares and, let's do it, okay? So I was scrolling on social media like I always do. I'm always kind of interested in the plus size topic and fashion and all that stuff because that's what I do on here. And I was scrolling, and one of the things that I saw this morning on Threads was a lady that said she's over Torrid because Torrid carries a lot of really expensive clothes that are ugly. And in the comments were just flooded with a lot of other women kind of saying the same thing, that there are over a lot of plus size stores that are carrying like pretty much like ugly clothes, and then they want to charge like so much for them. And so I even Googled why plus size clothes cost way more, because I was like, okay, let me just read it, because I've heard it before, but I was like, let me just read it for my little research. So typically the argument is that, you need more fabric to make the clothes. Also, it's almost like accommodating a certain group, like making, let's say, if we had stores just for petite clothes or stores just for tall clothes, it's almost the same idea. So they feel like it's not enough of plus size for them to really start bringing all these different stores all over the world for plus size. And we know that's not true, because there's a whole plus size community and in real life, and it's a struggle to find cute clothes, to find trendy clothes. It's a struggle. It's a search. When I come on here with my little outfits that I'm doing and showing you guys, it takes me time. And it's not something that I just pick really fast. I look at my measurements, because I did a video showing that you need a tape measure and measure your size, especially if you're plus size. It's hard to just pick something up and go. So, and in general, it's tough. But I think for plus size women, it's harder, So it takes me time to put my clothes together and to find things that look nice on me. And also I figured out what works for my body. So that makes it easier. But I've been plus size since I think I don't even remember, like 17 or so. Maybe not on the highest of plus size, but I've been, I'm a bigger woman. And so I refuse, like I've said over and over on this channel, to be like, you know what, I'm a big woman, therefore I can't find cute stuff. I refuse to do that. So I continue my search, even though it's time consuming at times, and having to look at so many different websites to find stuff. It is exhausting, and it sometimes makes you feel some kind of way, and you ask yourself, like, why won't more stores just carry the clothes that we need? But it's not happening, because there's a lot of arguments for why they don't. And also just, it's kind of like we hear you, but we don't really hear you. And oh, we're not going to make enough income. Like a lot of companies will say, oh, if we make plus size, we're just going to lose. And a lot of them actually remove a lot of clothes from their stores. They offer them online. So it's kind of like we hear you, but we don't really hear you. And honestly, we're not going to accommodate you. That's kind of what it's saying. It's like, if you are not able to find clothes, do something about it. So I think the reason I did this video is I just wanted to say that I do agree with this woman that was saying that plus size clothes sometimes are not the most cutest. And when you want to be cute and sexy and trendy, you go to websites like Shein, you go to, some Temus, you go to Amazon, you go to Forever 21 Plus and all that stuff. You find some stuff, and typically a lot of this stuff kind of sell out, and also the quality is not the best. So sometimes, it's a lot of thin fabrics, see-through, and clothes that are just not really supporting a plus-size body, meaning that the fabric is not thick enough where it's holding you in well. Buttons are falling off as you're putting stuff on, and it's a reality. And, I'm going through it myself. I'm saying that. So, but at the same time, it's kind of like, if people don't speak up and talk about it, how are we going to make a change? Kind of like the whole thing. So sometimes people can say, just go lose weight so you don't have to deal with that problem. But then again, I think of people that are in those situations. For example, you have a baby, you have an illness like a thyroid issue. You're going through some mental health issues. You can gain weight. Weight can come on, really. And so in that time, what are you supposed to be doing? What are you supposed to do, really? Are you supposed to just be crying and sad that you can't find something to wear because you got bigger? Because that's my whole thing. It's like, yes, it's good it would be nice for everybody to have clothes to wear at any time of their lives, whether you're the skinniest to the biggest. You should be able to have clothes, and you shouldn't have to stress yourself too much about it. So the topic of plus size clothes being ugly, I kind of understand it, because I've seen typically some of these websites like Torrid, Ashley Stewart and all that stuff. I've looked at some of the clothes. I had to search really hard. And I don't have too many of them actually because they're not as trendy. And typically, you know, one lady was like, oh, they always have so many flowers on them and the big writing, like it's a typical thing, or it's just leggings, you know, in different colors. And like they're, you know, in the comments, they were just like, we're tired of that. You know, we want trendy and we want cute and we want sexy and all that. But the reality is that a lot of these companies have kind of justified why they don't want to carry plus size clothing to begin with. So I just know that it's time consuming. It needs a lot of patience for you to find plus size clothing. But in general, you know, I've walked into Torrid sometimes and some things did fit. Some things were a little bit too big for me because I'm on kind of like, if you had from a 1 to 10, 10 being the highest of plus size to the lowest, I'm kind of like almost in the middle. You know, I was laughing because one time my husband was asking me like, what size am I? And I said, sometimes I don't know, because up top, I can easily get an extra large, sometimes a 1X. Bottom, sometimes I'm a 2X. But then again, it's like it really depends on the store. So sometimes I walk into Torrid, and one time I even had one lady that was working there look at me kind of like, why are you here? And I just felt that. Oh, I swear, I felt it all through when I walked into the thing. And I was just like, okay. And then I just walked out because I felt so uncomfortable, kind of like, she gave me that look like, why are you here? Like, you're not really plus size, kind of, you know? And so I had to look at myself. I'm like, okay. Because when I measure my sizes, they're plus size. You know, anybody I think over size 4 is plus size. And the average woman I think now is like a size 14. So that speaks a lot of volume for stores. Just need to companies need to really step it up where they make more plus size clothing. Even though they argue that there's not a lot of people in their eyes that need plus size clothing, it's that average is enough to say that. So I just kind of wanted to do this video to kind of agree and support all those people that are saying that, you know, plus size fashion is not it's not the cutest sometimes. And when you do find cute and trendy and sexy, you have to go to websites like Shein, or you're going to the Temus and sometimes Amazon, and some of those clothes are coming from, I don't know, Rebdolls. And when you get them, the quality is just it's not decent. It's like falling apart and very thin, and they're just not fitting right because they're not even cut sometimes for the plus size body. So I just really wanted to do this video just to say that, and I hear the frustration that's out there, and trying to put yourself together when you're a plus size woman with a plus size body, sometimes it's hard and you get really frustrated. Because like for me, jeans is something I don't even bother looking because I'm always frustrated. The jeans never fit right. So when I go in the fitting rooms, I'm just like, I'm not even gonna bother. I walk off and I'm like, I only have 2 pairs of jeans for that reason. And so one of the things I really wanted to do on this channel is to trying different jeans on different websites and stores to try to help people out, especially if you're taller too. I'm 5'10", and sometimes I'm so frustrated with jeans that I'm just like, you know, if they fit, they're too short and they don't fit me right. So American Eagle and I think another website has been really good about trying to bring more plus size. But I also believe that if companies are bringing plus size, they really need to make it plus size that really fits a plus size body, you know, because there's different levels to plus size. So I don't know. I guess it's asking too much for for us plus size women to get really cute clothes and trendy and all that at the same time, because there's lots of argument why it's not. So I'm rambling on, but the whole reason I came here is just to say that, you know what, I understand what other women are saying because I've gone through it. I've looked at websites that offer plus size clothing, and I looked at the clothes, and sometimes I'm just shaking my head like, I don't want to be an old lady. I don't want to dress like that. So, and then I go to Shein or I order from another website, and I'm just like, oh man, I wish the fabric was a little bit better. Oh, I wish they would have kept, you know, the waist a certain way so it would fit me better and stuff like that. And you find yourself just being like, okay, where am I supposed to go and shop? Because like my area, for example, a lot of the stores that are available are like Target, Walmart. A lot of stores are being closed now, and many things are moving online. And I'm just like, the frustration of having to order everything online and trying them on and resend them back and then, you know, get another thing. It's going to be very time consuming. So I can only imagine doing that for a while. It's just like, so I just wanted to, I guess I rambled on, but just wanted to show my support when, you know, other women are saying that, you know, typically a lot of the clothes in plus size stores are not the cutest. They're not trendy, and it is time consuming to find something decent to wear sometimes. All right, guys, I've talked too much. I'll see you guys in the next video.